Really, you could do that? You could share videos and stuff? I mean, I'm so new to this right now. Too many changes on Instagram. Um, Let me see. How do you do this? Not that I want to share anything that's on my... Oh, all right. How do I get rid of it now? All right. Hey,
Hey, Ange.
so
How
I
are you?
I don't know how to take it off. I don't know. I was just, how do I take it off? Oh, great. Oh, wait. Oh, I know how to do it. Maybe I just put none and there's nothing. Okay, there you go. Got it. How you doing, Angel?
Pretty good. Surviving like we all are with this whole new way of living. And listening to your show, and when you guys were talking, it was a good question on your part. What has 2020 shown us, right? Oh,
What has 2020 showed you? What have you
right,
learned?
right. What has 2020 showed you? And for me, it's just like what I said. It showed me that if I never realized it before, the freedoms that we had, how love was such a beautiful thing, how the connection of being with friends at a bar lounge, a club, or a family, that you can go anywhere and be around people and be free to your environment, and that's been lost with this whole pandemic thing. And it makes you wonder. And loss of life is almost like every day you hear somebody's lost life, somebody, and then we see the numbers. I don't even watch the news anymore,
Makes you appreciate a lot of little things so much
that
more.
we never did before. We had it. We could just get up, go to the store, go here, go there, enjoy life. You know what? I want to take a walk there, go to the beach, whatever. And you had no restrictions. And then now, there's times that I forget. I run to the store and I don't have the mask. I'm like, oh shoot,
Yeah,
better there. And I got to go back and get my mask. But it was a good topic, and good that you brought that up. And I was listening to what you were saying. Being a parent is a beautiful thing, but it's very, in these times, so difficult, because how do you do your job? You have to take care of your child, make sure she is doing her work correctly, and then the teachers, and then the work that they present is so crazy for their age. And you're like, espérate, I'm not a teacher. Wait, hold on a minute.
there's a lot of things. You're not a teacher. You still have to do your own work. You still have to worry about them doing their class, eating as well. You have to adapt to their schedules, your breaks. If you
Hmm.
have to make phone calls for work, or you're on Zoom calls, you have to make sure they're not scheduled at the same time.
Right.
It's and then being
And you forgot the main part. If you're a single parent
a
and
single
you're
parent.
doing it on your own,
Yeah,
you don't have somebody there. Mira, could you make sure que estén haciendo el trabajo, good, because I gotta be on the call now. How do you do it? It's bananas. So I tip my hat to parents like yourself, parents that are going through that, men and female,
and not
that are
only
going in and
parents that
doing
have
it.
2 and 3 kids that are
Huh?
between the age, I don't know, 3 and 9, for example.
Yeah.
Two go to school, the other one doesn't.
And then
It's
they're fighting amongst each other, because kids do that. They get on each other's nerves. You got to put one in one room. No, right there, stop it. It, yeah, it's really crazy. So that's like a new way of living with that. But I got to tell you, now that we're on this topic, um, entering 2020 has been, not difficult for, just myself, but for everyone in whole. But it's weird to say this, but it was also like a blessing for me in a weird way.
yeah,
Because,
here, same
yeah,
here.
because before 2020, we all going through our lives doing, life. I always tell people, and I always give myself therapy, which I don't often take. We're good at that. We give each other great advice, everybody else, but then for yourself, you don't take it in. So, going and going through your trials and tribulations every day molds you to be the person that you become later on, which is a good thing. And one thing I did learn is that all the upsets, all the things that we encounter in our lives that seem like a misfortune, and we're like, why me? Why me? We're quick to do that. It's actually a blessing in disguise, but we don't know it then. We're
Yeah.
living in that moment, so we're like, why me? And you start pointing the fingers at yourself. Why me? I'm so miserable. I'm so unhappy. but it's a blessing in disguise. It's like, I'm not trying to get biblical, but it is a part of our lives, you know, the spirituality. You have to ask yourself, if the Holy Father is trying to make room and way for something that's a big blessing for you, but you being the ignorant child that doesn't want to listen, and you keep going in that route, in that direction, but he's trying to
And
make something for you, but you're not allowing to. So sometimes you got to let go and let him, you
that's
know?
right. Sometimes we do have that final, you know, whatever you're thinking that you're gonna get at the end, and it turns out to be something totally different, and you think about why is this happening, or why is it not what I thought it would be, but not knowing that that might be what you need to achieve whatever it is that you really need to achieve. That
Yeah.
that that turn that you thought you didn't have to take, you might just have to take that turn, because that's what's going to take you to
To
that
the
final,
results.
yeah, to your results. Absolutely.
Yeah. So with all that, I think a lot more now than I ever did before. As you mature and get older, you analyze, okay, what did I do before they got me into that predicament? Okay, was that my fault? No, it wasn't my fault. And how did I handle that? So I always start second guessing myself and checking me, because when we don't check ourselves, see, one thing that happens is our minds are going a million miles an hour daily. Oh my God, my kids. Oh my God, my work. Did I do this? Did I call the person? Oh my God, I forgot to call my mom. Oh my God. So it's a nonstop thing. So that is why lately I've been getting into meditation. You know, when I'm in my downtime by myself, I'll put
And
relaxing music. Huh?
as impatient as I am, I don't do that. I don't do that. Oh my God, did I do this? I go through my day, I let it flow. I am a very impatient person, but I let my day flow, and I do meditate every day in the morning. I was
And it
telling
doesn't
Jen,
have to be like people think, I don't know how to meditate. I'm not sit there for hours. No, it's not even
no,
that. You don't even need hours.
just be quiet with yourself.
That's the magic. You hit the nail on the head. It's making your mind and yourself, your being still, away from
Chill.
distractions. Turn off anything, your phone, put it on mute, whatever, where you're not going to be distracted for at least 5 to 10 minutes. And then
Yeah,
what you do is you close your eyes, want to put some incense on, music, real relaxing, and you just stay there and let yourself flow and travel to a place of tranquilidad.
yeah, and
And
thoughts
yeah,
are gonna come, but come. Just let them come and let them go. Let me just tell you this. I read this once that said that people, when they meditate and when they try to meditate, they're trying to stop their minds from thinking. But
right,
you're not supposed to do that, because
you're not.
have you ever tried to stop your heart from beating, or your lungs from doing whatever function they do? No. So the mind is supposed to think, right?
Right,
It's supposed to
right.
be something supposed to be there at all times. So you're not
Mm-hmm.
supposed to try to just stop your thoughts when you're trying to meditate, but just let the thoughts come and go. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Right, let them go. They are what they are. You acknowledged it, but you let it go. And as you get better, the thoughts are there, but they don't intervene so much in your meditation moment. You get better at it where it's just a clear slate, clear, like a clear paper. And when you get good at it, what that does is it helps you in your mind, and it opens up avenues for you to release stress. You're not stressed. You're not bogged down by your day. We need to learn how to do this. And with all that being said, I also got into um, positive thinking, aside from meditation, positive thinking,
Absolutely.
thinking affirmations. Daily, we have a bad habit, especially if you're African American Latino. You will always be like, oh my God, Orbile, I got bills. Oh my God, this thing happened. Oh my God. Well, again, why am I so unlucky? And then what
Yep.
happens is what
Like,
you put out into the universe with your mouth, you profess, you bring to you.
yeah, yeah.
It's not a coincidence. Look, how many times you're thinking about somebody, thinking about someone in particular, and you bump into them that same day, or that person ends up calling you, and you're like, yo, this is freaky. I was just thinking about you. What is this? It's not a
Absolutely.
coincidence. It's you tapping in and out of law of attraction. But you don't
Absolutely.
know how to do it every day. You don't know how to bring these things to you all the time, all the time, all the time. And we
100.
fall in and out of it. So it's a technique, like with everything, like the law of gravity. If you get something heavy and you throw it up into the air, by
Those.
law, it's going to come back down, because
Mhm.
that's the law of gravity. Law of attraction is the same. It's even in the Bible but the Bible the way it's written, it's not totally, it doesn't
Not
explain
as,
it.
it's not as clear.
It's
But
not as
that
clear. It tells you, seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be open to you. You know, believe that you've gotten what you've asked for and it shall be yours. So that's it. So people are like, what? Okay. And then people go immediately, oh, I'm going to get a car. You know, I got this house. It's part of the process, but there's a little bit more to it than just that. But before straying away, that was just, you know, I had to say that. Pero entering 2020,
but let me say, hold on, Angel, because you said it's part of the process.
go.
With that said, there's a lot. You know, people think, you know, law of attraction is positive thinking and you sit down and, you know, there's a process. There's a part of thinking, there's emotions, there's vibration, there's, you know, getting into manifesting. So a lot of people think that the law of attraction is only about, okay, I'm going to think positive and, you know, things will change. No, there has to be emotions involved too, because emotions lead to vibration, to higher vibration.
Yes.
If you're sad, your vibration is going to be low. You're not going to vibrate at the level,
Frequency.
yeah,
Frequency.
vibrate at the level that you are with the things that you want. So
Yes.
not only just think about what you want, feel it too. You have to have good emotions, high vibrations, so you could just go into,
Hey, girl, you've been studying. That's good.
yeah,
And you know, with what you're saying, you're 150% true. And I always tell everybody, listen, don't take my word for it. Research what you just heard here tonight. Go look for it, and you're gonna see that what we're saying is 100% right. Everything in life is energy. We all
absolutely.
have this gift, man, and we just let it slip right by us. The human body is so amazing because look, when you're in a party and we go to somewhere you meet strangers and you get confronted with someone that's introduced to you, and there's something odd about that person,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
look at them and you go, their energy's off. That's the gift that we have. We have this gift of defense as human beings, and we don't really take that into account. And if we did on a day-to-day basis, we'd avoid pitfalls, we'd avoid upsets,
Some,
depression, meeting
some
the
of us
wrong guy, the wrong
call
girl,
it
you
gut
know.
feeling. Gut feeling. Like when you say have a gut feeling,
Yeah,
that's
you're like, And listen, the eyes are the windows to the soul. They literally are. When you look at someone in their eyes and you get like a weird vibration, a weird chill, that person seems bad. It's because the eyes are the windows to the soul. You look at someone in their eyes, not only can you tell if they're lying, not only could you tell if there's something really off within them, they're a little what's the word? Suspicious. There's something suspicious about them. You gotta follow your gut feeling. And with all that, back to the energy thing, in life, everything, plants,
gut
the
feeling.
animals of the world, all of us react on energy. And that's why there's a saying that goes, like minds think alike. If
Mm-hmm.
you're in a party and you're surrounded by people that are, you could tell they're no good and they're like, the energy's off, they're resonating at this real low energy. Guess
Yeah,
what? By nature, by law, it's contagious.
it
So
is.
you're gonna gravitate on that energy, that low energy that everybody's feeding, that they're acting crazy, you know, and you're gonna like it's gonna stick to you. So that's why they say, like minds think alike, hover around people, create circles around you of people that have your best interests at heart, that
That's
love you, that call
yes.
you for no apparent reason. Hey, you know, Angie, what's going on? How you been? I don't know, I had you in my mind. Are you okay? How's everything? How the kids? You know they genuinely care about you. Friends like that, friends that when they see that they haven't heard from you, they really want to look for you. You know, they don't look for you when they see you on TV or when you're doing something really big. Then they come and looking for you. Oh my God, you got to hover around people that are just doing beautiful things for you, because what that does, they're resonating at that really high, beautiful energy that you so badly need. And that's going to uplift you. And you're going to be like, yo, you're going to feel like there's nothing you cannot accomplish. And that's one thing that entering 2020 more and more, especially missing that freedom that I used to have before with friends and family. I want to make it a thing to do that so much so and cut out the cancer of all the negative people in my life, negative things. If you
Well,
don't do it for me,
because
out.
that is, they're cancers. There are people that are cancers. There are the people that are energy um vampires as well. People that
Yeah, energy suckers. Yep.
is good. You attract energy vampires. You have to be aware of who those people are,
Hmm.
and have to be very careful and who you keep around, and who is, you know, feeding off your energy, because the same way someone's feeding off your energy, you're feeding off their energy as well,
Yeah,
right?
it's a give and take. Absolutely. So, you know, another thing, this is another key to success. And a lot of is the number one question that I get asked a lot in my career as a singer, actor, and all this stuff that I've been doing all my life. How do you do it, Angel? What's the magic? And I got the magic. I can't take the credit for it. I got the magic from my mom and dad, but mainly my mother. You know, I'm an only child. My mother raised me well. It wasn't easy for them, but they did the best that they could with what they had. And the number one thing, when early on at the age of 11, I got into the acting, my mother told me, she goes, mira, papi, your life is going to be so full of blessings if you do one thing, and you're going to remember me for it. I'm like, yeah, what's that, mom? She goes, siempre mantente positivo y humilde. Always maintain humble and positive in life. But humbleness is the key.
Mhm.
So when they ask me this question, man, Angel, you know, you've always been the same. You always give great advice. You're always, you know, down to earth. You know, I could see you 20 years down the road. You're still the same fucking guy. You're like, what is it? And it's that. It's all the opportunities that have fallen on my lap has always been, I guess, residual of being loving and free giving to the people. Because if I know that I there's a way that I know you can gain success and do something, and you ask me, I'm not gonna be like a lot of us do to one another. We it's like they say, crap, us, the majority of us Latinos and African Americans, you know, crates in a barrel. Everybody wants to crawl to the top at
Yeah,
whatever cost, and I'm not going to extend my hand to help you. And you shouldn't do that. We need to help one another, you know, to gain those opportunities to get us out of a certain predicament. We don't no longer have to undergo the mistreatment of other races and what have you. And you know, I'm one. If I have a gift, I share it. I'm
absolutely.
not selfish like that because I know by being selfish, no, I'm going to keep this idea. I'm going to keep this thing to myself. I got to tell nobody.
No,
By doing that, you know, the laws of life and God is going to cut those blessings short because I want to keep it just
call
for
it
me.
karma. Just call it karma. I mean, a lot of people call it karma. I mean, what
Karma.
goes
Yeah.
around comes around, and when you are giving, and when you are giving and giving and giving, you're a giving person, and you don't have that thing, like you say, you know, I'm not going to tell anyone, so then no one else can do what I'm doing or get what I'm getting, then it doesn't work out a nice way. It's so nice to just, and it's gratifying too. Like,
Yeah.
be grateful. It's a great thing as well. Like if you give, it's fulfilling, and it just gives you this good emotion. So when you're doing that, you're attracting good things to yourself, you know.
And even, and you know what? And by nature, because, you know, well, none of us are perfect. By nature, and in the society we live in today and the way things have changed with TV programming and reality TV, you've noticed that we've shifted from being more sensitive towards one another to, oh my God, there's a pelea, there's a fight. Yo, let me get my phone, espérate. I want to see how many freaking likes I get. I'm going to go viral right now. Espérate. Rather than, oh my God, listen, guys, hey, come on, don't do that to one another. Chill out. We
Big
will
deal.
not break up a fight. We want those numbers.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's
And that's
crazy.
how society has changed. And it sucks because you know, life is only one. And when you know, when you help somebody get to where they're getting to that you weren't able to get to, and you saw them prosper because of what you helped them do, at least for me, that gives me a big high. Wow, I helped a fellow sister. I helped a fellow sister or brother get to where they needed to go. And in turn, maybe not at that moment, the blessing's not going to come to me. Maybe a year later, maybe down the road, what I've always wanted comes to me. And I'm like, oh my God, what is this? But it's
That's
residual karma.
that's another thing. People want things and they want them right away.
Yeah, right now, I know. We all had that habit because sometimes I get impatient. I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
want it now.
But listen, the best, and I've learned this the hard way. I always say, because I'm very impatient, but I'm learning, right? There are things that I asked for maybe 2 years ago, let's say 3 years ago, and I did not see manifest. I did not see it coming. What am I doing
Yeah.
wrong? What I was doing wrong was I was being impatient. You know, we live in a world where we have time, right? But I feel there's other realms that don't work the same way. There's no time for manifestation. You know, things come when they are good, when they need to come, when they're
When the
supposed
timing
to
is
come.
right for you.
Yeah, when it's right for you, when they're supposed to come. And so, yes, we need to just be patient. And when you're asked for something and you're putting in the action, you know,
Let
stay
it go. You
and
already
just
asked for it, let it go. And
go.
trust that what you asked for is gonna come. Maybe tomorrow, maybe in an hour, maybe 2 years from now. But just trust, let it
But
go, because the minute you start second guess, oh, it's already a week, I didn't see nothing, or a month, you're already
and
second guessing, and you're pushing that blessing back and back and back.
exactly. You know what people do then? Oh, since they didn't come, I'm going to change and I'm going to go for something else. But guess what? Now you just push that thing back. It wasn't the process of manifesting a
And you
coming.
interrupt it. You
You
interrupt it.
it by changing your mind and having, you know, saying, you know what, I'm going to get something else because this is not happening. Let me just try something else.
Right, right. Listen, man, that's a good point you made. We have to learn to be patient with everything in life, and it's not easy. You know, I'm not gonna come on here and act like I don't. You know, I had lost the being impatient part. There's times that I get impatient, but I catch myself and I go, "Espérate, wait a minute, I'm becoming the old angel." No, 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 wait. So I
Yeah.
catch myself and I go and I try to like erase what I just did. Oh no, universe, yeah, it's cool. I was just playing around. No, don't worry, you do your thing. I'm good. But but yeah, man, you know, everything in life. Listen, you know, people with depression. You know, we all have gone through moments like that. We have to learn that, look, nothing, we weren't born with an instruction manual to show us how to avoid the pitfalls. It's like in school, when you go to pre-kindergarten, pre-K, and then you go to first grade and second, you start learning. It's a process. You know, the start with the little blocks. You crawl before you run, you know, or
Absolutely.
before you walk and then run and all that. Everything's a process. And when you do good in class, guess what? You pass to the next level and the next level. Life is no different. You know, we're not going to know everything properly. We're not going to do everything the way it needs to be done. But with the bumps and bruises and the pitfalls that we encounter every day in our lives, it makes us stronger. It's like they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And another beautiful saying that I love is,
Learning.
if you get a black coal, a black piece of coal, and you put a lot of pressure to that coal, guess what that coal becomes? It becomes a diamond. So in other words, all the pressures that in life we undergo every day, in order to see that diamond down the road, we need to go through those pressures. Just like the coal, the black coal gets that pressure before these companies make it into a beautiful rock, a beautiful diamond.
So Angel, I did want to talk to you about that song that you have right now. Um,
Yes.
uh,
Contigo en el cielo.
Contigo en el cielo. Can you just tell me a little bit about it? Like I know you've been sharing it. I heard the song. It's a beautiful song, beautiful video.
Thank
It was
you.
on TV the other day as well. Can you just tell me a little bit about, because I don't know the backstory to it, so I just want.
Sure. Well, the backstory is an amazing story and a sad one. MDO, better known as Menudo, did
Mm-hmm.
the song many years ago because a fan at one of their concerts, there was a big craziness, and she got trampled on and she died. She lost her life.
Oh, wow.
So they all decided to do a tribute song to her back in those times. And it was called Mil Angeles, was originally called. And they made it for her. Beautiful song, really popular within the Menudo community fan base. And then now, speeding forward to 2020, the pandemic, many lives lost. Vanessa Guillen, the young soldier that was
Mm-hmm.
killed in the
Yes.
army.
Yeah.
Yeah, her, George Floyd, Kobe Bryant. I mean, we could go on here forever. Sean Connery, Prince, COVID, 9/11. You know, a lot of celebrities, family, friends that we know currently that have
Yeah.
passed on. So Abel, one of the lead members of MDO Menudo, um, was putting it together. He said, "Man, I would love to do, like, for now. It's like perfect." They unfortunately lost Anthony Galindo, one of their members that unfortunately through depression and things he was
Oh.
battling within himself, succumbed to his depression. So they thought it would also be good. Obviously, he was one of their group members, to also include him. You know, have that known within the song, because the song covers everyone and every pain that we all go through daily. So, like I mentioned earlier in this conversation, entering 2020, one of the members in the group came up with the idea for us to do a tribute song to uplift the people. We did that. That gave us a big recognition. We were invited this past summer to do un festival de la 116. We did an a cappella. That put us in the map again. People were like, oh my God, they're around, they're around. So now back to the
So wait,
song. Huh?
song by Barrio Boyz. Is it? Is it by Barrio Boyz or is it a different group?
No, this song is by MDO.
So it's by
But
many people, but you guys, who are the members of the group? That's my confusion. What are the members?
okay, so MDO, the
Mm-hmm.
guys who came up with the song, MDO is Abel Talamantes. I always sorry, Abel, I always get your name wrong. Abel Talamantes, Didier Hernandez, and Alex G, because I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Pero son ellos, they came out with the concept because it was the original song they did years back.
Okay.
Now they gave it a little twist. They involved Angel Lopez, who was a former member of Some by Four,
Mm-hmm.
to do the
Yes.
production on the song and arrange everything. And he got involved in that way, writing, producing, and arranging with Abel from MDO. Then that's when he was still toying around with ideas. Man, they want to do it with other members, other groups that people loved and kind of don't hear of anymore that were great. So he made calls to other artists and people, and he reached out to me. And that's how I got involved with the fellow guys in my group. And we got involved, and he told me, Angel, there's a space in there. You want to write something? So I said, oh my God, yeah, of course. They sent me the track. I started one night ahí escribiendo, thinking about it. And me, having lost my mother 2014 and my father 2017,
Wow.
it was easy for me to write. And when you hear me sing that part, qué dolor a no tenerte aquí. Hoy por siempre seremos el eco de tu voz. And then in my mind I see you. That's what I wrote for one of the members of the group.
So someone was asking you to sing before. There you go.
Oh, there you go. See? So yeah, so that came easy for me because it was a pain that I recently lived and I still live every day. You never forget.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we got involved. We started recording. We did the harmonies. Frankie J got involved. That
Yes.
became beautiful because he's got an amazing voice, and he's like, we love him and he loves us. He's like, no man, you guys, I owe my career and things that I've been inspired because of you guys. So that was beautiful to hear. He's always saying that on his page. And the song was done. We flew out to Orlando. We did the video. It was hard for a lot of us to travel out there because of COVID. But luckily, I was fortunate to go out there and represent the group over there. But then when I came back, I did the filming of the other guys in my group over here that was included into the video. So it's a song that's also not only about death, but it's also about moments that we currently go through in our lives with whatever it is that took us there. Whether you're depressed, whether, God forbid, you're contemplating taking your life and you feel like you're alone and
And
no one understands you.
a lot right now. There's the rate in depression and anxiety and people taking their lives has gone up tremendously this year.
Especially because of all the craziness going on and the way the love and energy has switched, at least for us here in New York and other states and places. I'm sure it's either the same, worse, or maybe a little more calmer. But my response to that is this: we've all been there, and I'm sure at one point the thought, oh, I don't want to live through this anymore. I don't want to go through all this. Don't do that, because look, God has a plan for all of us. But
Yeah.
if we are not patient to fight through the storm, just in a day or so, your life is going to change like this. Maybe Lotto, maybe you're going to meet the woman, the man of your dreams that's going to lift you off your feet, and you finally get that calm and that blessing that you're too impatient to wait, and you decided to take your life. And little did you know that had you waited an hour, another day, your
Yeah.
life was going to be beyond your wildest dreams, but you'll never see that now because you took your life. You didn't reach out to someone. I need help. I need help. Help me. I'm thinking about killing myself and I got these feelings. Don't be by yourself when you're like this. Get out of your house.
Yeah,
Take a walk.
good.
You know,
Loved ones, people that
yeah, reach out. Don't be embarrassed. The hell with it. Fuck it. If somebody's
yes.
going to say, oh, what? Yo, girl, you thinking about killing yourself? Or, dude, what the fuck is it? Fuck it. It doesn't matter. Don't hold yourself back and listen to,
I
idiots and people that
learn,
are talking crap.
I think we're learning to have different reactions to things like that, and that's why people now take it more serious. Like maybe back years ago when someone would say something like that, I'd be like, "You're crazy. What are you talking about?"
Right, yeah,
Now
yeah, whatever.
that's it's taking very seriously because we've learned we're more educated now. We've learned that it's an actual disease, that it's an actual, it's a mental health issue, and people go through it. Some people go through it their whole life and they don't even know they they
And
would
yep, absolutely. And and I'll candidly open up and be honest about something in my late teens. And this is a true story so that you all can see that Angel's not just saying it because, oh, Angel, his life is good. No, let me tell you, even as a celebrity and great blessings and the song and movies and whatever, we're still human. We still go through moments of depression, of wait a minute, and confusion and hurt. So I'll share this with you. Late teens, I was going through a situation in my life where I really contemplated taking my life. I
wow.
really went as far as trying to take pills and take myself out. And I am so glad that my mom prayed so much for me. She had no clue, but my mom was always a God-fearing woman who would always pray for me. I was the only kid, the only son. So she would always pray for me like heavy because she knew that the streets were crazy. I could fall victim to a crime, drugs, getting killed. Especially when you live in the hood, you don't know. And I was battling this depression on my own. I didn't want to tell my mother, and was strung out over a girl at the time, and I just wanted to take myself out.
So what led you to want to take your life? I mean, is it just one factor? Were there a couple of things that you thought weren't okay in life and you just wanted to end your life? Or
Man, it was. I say stupid because I was really gun ho in love with this woman.
wow.
She became my fiance. We were together for many years. Her family loved the hell out of me as I did for them. Remember, I'm an only child. So when I become you, when I become your family, when I become a part of your siblings, they become my siblings. So
Yeah.
that's my world. And now you've taken that from me and you've turned my world upside down. And it's almost like a lot of women that go through a situation, they lose it for a guy and for a man, and they're like, well, how could you do that? And they take it bad, and it just turns their whole world around. Us men have those feelings too, but we don't have that self-control like you women do.
Yeah.
You analyze things a little better. You're much better in those areas than we could ever be. I tip my hat to women, strongest beings in this planet. That was for you, mommy, too. So,
No.
so anyway, answering your question, when you're in a depression, this is the thing. When you're depressed about something and you're going through depression, it's dangerous because you run with the first thing you're thinking. And that's why a lot of lives have been lost. You run with it. You run. I'm depressed. This person not coming back. And, that's it. I don't have nothing to live for. And you react. But I am so glad, Angie, that by the grace of God, and I'm sure it was my mother's prayers too, and people that were close to me that loved me, that I didn't succeed. For whatever reason, I didn't succeed. But the point I'm trying to make here to the viewers, to you people that get a chance to see this video, is that I am so lucky and fortunate that I didn't succeed, because you know what came later after me not succeeding? That relationship never came back. That was it for that.
Yeah.
But what came later was I was able to see the birth of my beautiful son, who's 28 years old now. Amazing young man,
Look
lives
at
in
that.
Colorado, doing amazing things, making me proud every day, every
Yeah.
second. That's Chris.
Yeah.
My 19-year-old daughter, who's in college now, she's a beautiful, beautiful girl. Not because she's my daughter. She loves modeling. She loves the entertainment. That's her. My son, I thought, would be the singer. He likes the singing, dibbling, and dabbling into it. But his thing is technology. He loves
Yeah.
anything gadgets, and that's his thing. And I would have never lived to see that. I would
That's
have never lived to see the birth of the Barrio Boys, which was the biggest thing, one of the biggest things in my life to ever happen to me and my family and the youth around me and the friends around me and the people in those communities, the barrios in every part of the globe, Santo Domingo, Colombia, Puerto Rico, Uruguay,
it.
Panama. I mean, we could go on.
Yes.
So it was an inspiration to not just the boys, but the girls too. The girls that were in love and followed the group and followed the music that we did and everything. Like, I swear to you, Just talking about it, I don't believe it because look, I grew up a shy kid. I was in
Yeah.
school. I was the last freaking kid that you would expect to be on stage. Even when it was in class. Okay, Angel, could you come up and read your whatever, your composition? Like I didn't want to go up. I was embarrassed. I didn't want to see people looking at me. So then years forward as an adult and a young adult, and you would have told me, yo, you're gonna be singing to thousands of people. You're gonna sing a song. You're gonna write songs. I never thought I was.
You're gonna sing with a star as big as Selena.
Yeah, it was a blessing, man. I mean, like even that, Selena was amazing. Always was. Always humble. The magic word for tonight, humbleness. She
Yeah.
was that in a bag of chips, like we always say. Very humble, joker. You would be in the same room with her, and she's already plotting to do a little like a punk. She's gonna punk you. She'll do something. She'll look around, and that's how she was. And her giggle, her smile. When you see the interviews of her, and she's smiling and giggling, that's who she was. Just being a part of her world like that, and her family, singing together, being a part of the same record company. It's a freaking dream come true. Like I don't even believe it now talking about it. But see what I'm saying, people? Had I taken myself out because of my depression, because of what I was currently going through, I would have never lived to see the days of all these beautiful things and the many things that are to come. So the message is,
Things that you gave your parents as well, the people that loved you and that are around you.
I would have killed my mother if I would have done that.
Made them proud. You have two beautiful kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Beautiful friends. I've made. Look, I'm a people person, and I don't care if I've sang with Michael Jackson, whoever. You bump into me in the street. Oh my God, are you that guy, Angel? I'm not gonna be like, yeah, 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 and keep walking. That's been done to me. I would never do that. I'll be like, oh yes, hi, how are you? In this world we live in, you gotta be careful because there's cycles out there. So you gotta kind of analyze the situation. If you see it's a little funny, hi, be nice, but then listen, I gotta go, and you break out. But
yeah.
always be nice. And it fills me to be that way because who would I be today if I was always a freaking jerk with people that bought my freaking CD, that idolized me, that put me on top of the pedestal? Who would
Once
I
you
be? So no artist, no celebrity will be who you are if it isn't for the person that looks at you and supports you and tells 20 friends and goes to school and those 20 friends tell another 20 friends.
Yep.
That's how important they are to us celebrities and people that are trying to make it in this game of the entertainment world. The minute you lose that and you forget that factor, you don't
Yeah.
deserve to be famous anymore. You don't deserve to even have that blessing in your life because it's a disservice to your fans.
Yeah. I am testimony that you are that way. We've known each other for many, many years.
Yes, yes.
What I was like when I met you, I was like what, 17 years old? I was a kid.
Damn, yes.
I'm gonna say how old I am right now.
And you look like you're 28.
So I was 17. It was many, many years ago. Many, many years ago.
And
But yeah,
you've always been very kind, very humble. You gave me the opportunity to meet you. Because there's people that, let me tell you, from a guy's point of view, I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of beautiful women, but they let this intervene with the beautiful person that could possibly be in there because it's all about the looks and they'll treat you like crap. And I know that a lot of us men, we deserve that because the first thing we do when we see a woman, yo, ma, how you doing? Yo, let me get your number. All this stupidness instead of being a gentleman.
absolutely.
You know, you get more from being a gentleman than being you know, I don't want to say the word, but being like that. But yeah, thank you for allowing me to be a friend. Thank you for being the person that you've always been. You've never changed. I see you doing things. I see you being a great parent. I notice. I see you.
Uh,
Um,
I,
but I also see one thing, and I have to tell you.
yeah, what is
And
that?
I may be wrong,
What is it?
but your windows to your soul, the majority of the times that I see your pictures, there's a little sadness there. It's
Yeah.
almost like a little emptiness. And I see it, and I'm like, okay, I know she's happy. I know she's proud. She's
You
come a
know
long
what?
way. She's doing good things, but there's something.
I don't smile in my pictures. That's probably why.
Okay. But
Yeah,
whatever it
I
is,
smile in
I'm giving you
my
advice.
pictures. There's like no pictures of me smiling because I really, really don't smile in my pictures.
But yet, here, I'm watching you in this interview and you're smiling. I'm sure that the guests that are watching the video say, oh my God, she's so pretty. She has a pretty smile. Man, listen, you have beautiful teeth. You have a beautiful smile. Your aura is beautiful. I don't need to tell you this. I'm sure you've heard this a million times. don't let that part of you, don't hide that part of you that God gave you. Because that little smile, believe it or not, somebody could be having a horrible day and you may uplift them. And even with just not saying anything, that smile will be like, oh, I like her. And may even give you an opportunity because somebody else might go, oh, that girl looks stuck up. And you're not.
You know
And you're
what?
not.
Yeah, but people will tell, things, will probably, oh, my phone is dying. But people will
So we got to
actually,
make it quick.
yeah, people may say or think some things based on pictures. I know, I can
And
realize
they
that.
do that. They do
I
that to me too.
can see that. I can really see that. But then if they look at my videos, they probably say, ah, no, she's not like that. Because I
No,
have a
no, no,
couple.
exactly. And it's like they say, you never should judge a book by its cover anyway. Get to know them. Don't go by somebody say, oh, mira, I can see that person. Maybe they had a problem with that person. That doesn't mean that person's going to be bad with you. You know, everybody's energy and personality click and don't click. You know, another thing, you can make everybody happy. Unfortunately,
Right?
me, that was a
Fortunately,
problem for me in my life. I would take that to heart because I know the person that I am. And I'm like, how could someone
oh,
not be cool with me?
Angel, I don't want to lose this video. My phone's
So
about to.
anyway, yes, I know it's going to cut off.
Yeah,
Thank you
so
for bringing me on.
no
Love you
problem.
very
Great
much.
conversation. We need to do it again.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you for
absolutely.
being on. And it was amazing talking to you. I'm going to put a video up. This is going to be my first reel, actually, because I don't have any reels on my account. So this is going to be my first reel.
Follow me, people. Follow her. She's amazing. And spread the video, like and share, and support us. We love you. Barrio Boyz in the house. Bye,
Bye.
cariño.